Boom, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, you got to understand elevation requires separation. And I'm going to say this again. Elevation requires separation. The past is the past. Whatever happened in the past, whatever trauma happened in the past is now over with. When I make videos today, tomorrow, the videos that I make today, now is over with. Every time the sun rises, it's a new day to execute. And I'm going to say this again. Every time the sun rises, it's a new day to execute. At the end of the day, you got to understand, you got to put in that work day after day, after day, after day, after day, until the fat lady sings. I'm going to say this again. You got to put in that work day after day, after day, after day, until the fat lady sings. At the end of the day, you got to understand. The reason you don't have a fight in you is because you trying to fit in. The average, the 98%, they all don't have a fight in them. Yeah, they all don't have a fight in them. That's why they all want to fit in. They all want to live comfortable, and they all don't want to put in the work. They all want to be entitled. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to understand, this is a spiritual war. I cannot force you to become great. I repeat, I cannot force you to become great. You will only become great if you truly want to be great. And I'm going to say this again. You will only become great if you truly want to be great. I can make all the videos in the world that tell you to stay away from these women. But if you want to keep playing this dating game, you're going to keep getting those lousy results. You're going to keep getting laughed at. You're going to keep smashing and smashing and smashing. Dudes are going to keep getting on child support. Dudes are going to keep going through divorce. Dudes are going to keep being a sideline watcher. Dudes are going to keep not getting a Rolls Royce, not getting a penthouse, not living their dream life. Dudes are going to keep not living their dream life. Dudes are going to keep not being in shape. Dudes are going to keep being skinny and keep being fat. At the end of the day, it'd be a lot of people telling you, man, I need to get in the gym. I see you putting in that work. I need to get in the gym. That sounds good. You know you need to get in the gym. But at the end of the day, you still want to fit in. So at the end of the day, I could drop 1,000 videos. Listen, my videos only help those who just need a second type of person to tell them you doing the right thing. My videos are for people already on a path to get the Rolls Royce anyways. They were going to get the Rolls Royce without my videos, but they just needed somebody to tell them, yo, you doing the right thing. Yo, I see you. I see you working hard. Just keep going. You got to redline it. At the end of the day, I repeat, you got to redline it. At the end of the day, listen. As long as you want to keep fitting in, you're going to keep getting 98% of everybody type results. As long as you want to stand out and be 10 toes down, that's when you're going to take off. I repeat, as long as you want to keep fitting in like the 98% of everybody, you're going to get the 98% of disrespect. You're going to get the 98% of laughs. You're going to get the 98% of ha ha, and you're going to cry like the 98%. You actually feel the disrespect. We actually don't feel the disrespect. Listen, I'm here to tell you, when you got muscles, nobody can disrespect you. I repeat, when you got muscles, nobody can disrespect you. They're not in shape. They already disrespected themselves. It's already too late. It's already too late for them. At the end of the day, you got to stay focused. Elevation requires separation. But if you're a part of the 98%, you want to fit in, you are not separating. I repeat, if you want to fit in with everybody else, you want to be liked by everybody else, you are not elevating because you're not separating. At the end of the day, you got to understand, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. I keep telling dudes to drop content. Dudes, as long as you want to be a sideline watcher and you don't want to run the millions up, you just want to say, yeah, that's a good video. But you don't want to run the millions up. You don't want to work on your stats, your YouTube content creating stats. You want to focus on LeBron James stats. You're going to be just like the rest of them. I cannot force you to do anything. It's a spiritual war. All I can tell you is, as a general on the front line, Come to the front line. Go through it. If you go through it, you're not going to get blown up by a landmine. You're not going to step on a landmine. Listen, you will hear bombs, you will hear screams, you will hear machine guns going off, you will hear planes, B-2 bombs flying past you. At the end of the day, dropping bombs. You will see people's legs getting blown off spiritually. You will see people walking around like they got sniped spiritually. But at the end of the day, if you don't let it break you, you don't care about the laughs, you don't care about validation, and you don't want to fit in with society, you are going to make it. 7 to 10 years, you're going to congratulate yourself. In 7 to 10 years, you're going to be like, vale la pena. It was worth it. I repeat, in 7 to 10 years, vale la pena. It was worth it. At the end of the day, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.